Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here with my lovely boyfriend.
Hi.
So he's been in so many of my vlogs, but he hasn't been on in any of my sit-down videos, so I'm very excited to have him here. So today we're going to talk about our car accident that happened Christmas of 2015. Is that right? So it's happened.
Not the best Christmas.
No, but every Christmas since has been wonderful.
Yeah.
Especially if you compare it to there.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get right into it. So if you guys haven't seen my video I just posted a couple days ago, that has my first two car accidents, which were both rollovers, but this was almost like a T-bone, but not really. Anyways, we'll get to that point. So to start off, we were spending Christmas at my family's house, and that's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. To get to the nearest highway, to get to the nearest city is about, I don't know, 20-minute drive maybe, so you have to go on gravel to get anywhere, which is really annoying. Yeah. That's Saskatchewan for you.
Yeah. So
we were driving my car.
A little white Pontiac.
Yeah, it was really cute, but it did have some problems with it. I mean, obviously I knew all of the little problems because I drove it all the time. It was my car, but I noticed, especially in the winter, if I slammed on the brakes, it would lean to the left. No. Yeah, it would lean to the left. So I'd try really hard not to slam on the brakes because I knew it leaned to the left, or if it did lean to the left, I knew how to really correct it. But Ross was driving home from my parents, not home, to your parents' house.
We were we were driving back into Saskatoon to do our Christmas.
This happened so long ago. This is why I wanted to do it earlier. So I literally don't remember what.
Okay, so
we were going to Marge's, weren't we?
Well, the next day. So that night we were heading back into the city because we were going to do our Christmas, just Jocelyn and I. And then the next day we were supposed to go to my grandma Welsh's, I think. And then after that we were supposed to go to my Auntie Marge's the day after. Yeah, so it was like, I don't know, probably 9 o'clock, 8
Like, it was very dark out by this point.
Like 9 o'clock, Christmas Day. It was like super icy out, super cold. There was like quite a bit of snow on like the gravel. And I was driving down. I was going like, I don't think I was speeding, but I was probably going about 70. And like,
you think you were going under the speed limit?
Yeah, I think I was going about 70 or so. And it was an 80 zone. Like gravel roads are always 80. Unmarked roads are always 80. So I think I was going about 70, and there was an oncoming vehicle. So I tried to move over to the right, and I like hit a little bit of snow, and I fishtailed, and I slammed on the brakes, and like spun out of control and went to the left, and then the oncoming car hit the passenger side, which was where Jocelyn was, and so we were in the ditch. I called 911 right away. Jocelyn was bleeding.
Yeah, so when the car, since it hit us right behind where I was sitting, I kind of like did a whiplash into the window right beside me and broke the window and had to get 7 stitches, I think. And also I had 3 chipped teeth, and we'll get to that point, but you must have almost immediately called the police. Or
911?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically immediately, yeah.
But before he did that, I was definitely screaming at him.
Yeah.
I was pretty upset, as you can imagine.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you were like.
I think I said, I hate you.
I thought you swore too.
Oh, I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
Okay, you called the police, and at the same time, I called my family.
Right. Yeah, and then like the window was also smashed, and it was super cold. So I had ran immediately after I called the police. I ran out to called 911. I ran out to the van that we had collided with to make sure they were all okay. And the only like one person in the car like bit their lip or something like that, but it wasn't like super serious or anything like that.
I do remember that.
So they gave us a blanket.
It was supposed to be like a Christmas gift, I think, for someone.
Yeah.
And they let us use it, which was really nice because in my vehicle, like some of the windows were broken, so it was freezing in the car. And I got blood all over it, but it was so nice that they let me use it.
I don't think we ever like repaid them in any way. I don't know, but it was like a...
no, I don't think so, no.
Yeah. They were just like nice neighbors of Jocelyn's parents.
Yeah, my parents knew who they were.
Yeah.
I definitely did not, but...
So then we sat for a little while. I can't remember if your dad and brother came before the ambulance came. Did they make it before the ambulance? Yeah, they did.
So the reason why they came, so I called my grandparents because like all of my family was still there. And I very calmly said to my grandpa, can I speak to my mother? And so he gave it to my mother, but I didn't realize that he had the phone on speakerphone. So I'm like yelling at my mom, like swearing, and like I'm not the type of person who is like a, what is it called when you swear a lot?
I don't know. Let's say it.
Sewer mouth, or what is it called?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Swears like a trucker? I don't know.
I don't really swear that much, and I was just like freaking out, obviously. Like, I was like, Mom, I have blood on my white pants. I was so mad about it, about my white jeans, which I'm actually wearing them today, surprisingly enough. We got the blood out.
Yeah.
I was very happy
impressed.
about that. Yeah. My mom, she's a hero.
Yeah. So then the ambulance arrived. So Jocelyn's dad arrived. I don't think your door would open.
No.
Right? Yeah.
So, because Kate and Joel and my dad came, I think.
Right. Yeah.
And Kate is my sister-in-law, and so she was like talking to me through the window, and I was trying to ask her, do my teeth look chipped? They feel chipped. And she's like, no, they look fine, but they were chipped a little bit at the bottom, so I just had to get them shaved a little bit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like tragic or anything. I didn't need to get like false teeth.
Yeah.
Actually, my canine tooth is fake at the bottom, but that's not a big deal.
So then the ambulance and the police came and got Jocelyn into the ambulance.
But I had to, since my door wouldn't open, I had to crawl out the driver's side door because it was smudged in so much, and I'll show pictures of what the car looked like in the aftermath.
And then, so they like asked us a bunch of questions, asked me a bunch of questions. They put Jocelyn in the ambulance. I got in the ambulance before that happened, the police officer, he asked me for my driver's license and stuff. Have you been drinking? All that kind of stuff.
I was sure he was gonna get dinged for this.
Yeah, I had not been drinking.
Well, no, my family doesn't drink. We're pretty lame.
Yeah, there was no alcohol at the Weeb family Christmas party, so.
It wasn't Weeb, it was Grant.
Yeah, sorry, I got it. At the Grant family Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
So the police officer took my license, came back and said, hey, so you actually have a warrant out for your arrest.
I totally forgot about that.
Because I had a parking ticket that was unpaid in Yorkton, Saskatchewan, that I didn't even get like a notice or anything about, so I had no idea about this ticket. And he's like, I'm not going to arrest you because I feel like that probably look pretty bad with your in-laws. But,
yeah, because my family was there too.
Yeah. But you should take care of that as soon as you can. And, yeah, so pretty chill police officer. And then we rode in the ambulance and...
Oh, yeah, so they were, like, looking over me, the people in the ambulance, and they're like, have you ever had morphine before? And I was like, I can't say that I have. And they're like, okay, here you go. Yeah, so that's the one and only time I've had morphine, and I'm telling you, pretty fun time.
The rest of the night wasn't.
The rest of the night is pretty fuzzy. I do remember they had to shove a giant needle into my head because I had 7 stitches. And I didn't know it was giant. You told me it was a giant needle.
Yeah, I can't even remember what the needle looked like, but yeah, I think it was pretty big.
And then my mom made it to the hospital right when they were making stitches, and she came into a bloody mess and took a picture. So, yeah, that's what I look like. And then after that, I remember I almost fainted at one point. I don't know why, but they thought maybe I had brain trauma because I almost blacked out. So then I had to get an MRI. Do you remember that?
No.
And I kept on almost falling asleep in the MRI. And then you called your dad to pick you up.
Yeah. So Jacob and my dad came to North Battleford.
Which is like an hour and 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
Just to pick you up. When they called the tow truck to like get my car out of the ditch, somehow, I guess when my head hit the window, my glasses must have like flown out of the window, and like I just got these glasses like a week earlier. So when we got to the hospital, I'm like, where's my glasses? But it's not like I need my glasses. I mostly wear them for night driving because lights kind of blur together. But we went back the next day to like pick up stuff off of the ground where my car was, and my glasses had been run over and they were completely damaged. So, yep. Kind of documented my injury. So I didn't obviously do anything that day, but the next day I had like so much clumped up like blood in my hair, and so I tried to sit in a bath and just try to get as much out as I could as possible, but like this whole side of my head was like a complete bruise and like multiple cuts throughout my head as well, like smaller ones. And so like bathing was like really bad. So I got like most out, but like up here was still kind of clumpy blood. And then I took a picture on December 29th, and you can kind of see the bruising around it. So I pretty much didn't sleep on that side of my head for probably like 2 weeks. And then I took another picture January 2nd, January 8th, and then I took a picture yesterday. And you can't really see in the picture. You can see that like most of my hair grew back, but there's still like a bald spot. And then you can kind of see like where the stitching was along the back. But like if you look at it in person, it still kind of has a pink ring around it, and it kind of just feels weird and gross. I don't like to touch it. It doesn't really feel like normal skin. Is there anything else you wanted to say about that?
No. Went back into the city. Jocelyn eventually forgave me. She's very happy that I ruined Christmas.
No, we spent like 4 days apart, or maybe it was even longer than that. But I can't remember.
I think it was about that. Maybe it was a little bit longer.
I just needed some time to think. But obviously, I love my boyfriend so much, and I wasn't gonna break up with him over something so silly. That was just an accident. Don't come for my boyfriend. I love him very much.
So that's pretty much it. I've had good Christmases ever since.
Yes, they've been wonderful, and so now he just doesn't get to drive on the gravel. I will drive on the gravel from now on.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's our story. I really hope that you guys enjoyed or got something out of it. And it would really mean the world to me if you gave this video a big ol' like, and if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It'd be my Christmas gift. And I will see you guys in the next video of mine. Bye guys.